Hey, what's up tonight? Welcome to episode one. It's Friday night, 8 o'clock, and we are going to do this every Friday night, as far as I know. So thanks for coming out tonight, and I'm not going to waste too much time bringing out Wentzilla. What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? That was a great intro.
What's
Awesome.
up, dude? Sweet deal. Tonight, uh, so tonight we've got our guest, and he is going to be Outer Multiverse. Sorry, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming on the show.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Right on, right on. So, what got you into this kind of world building thing, and what do you kind of give us a rundown of what you're doing here?
Well, I guess it's my dad used to like paint army figures back in the day, and he would set up scenes, with tanks, and he would make dioramas for stuff like that. And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm just painting these little army men and stuff." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so, fast forward, you know, so many years later, here I'm doing this. He was kind of the reason why I got into action figures. He would buy me the Star Wars figures and stuff like that. And, he's like, "Hey, you got to have more than like two stormtroopers, you got to have, you know." And so I just kind of always like to take pictures of action figures and stuff. And after, I guess, when COVID hit, I, decided to, do something with my action figures. I've been buying, off and on all these years. And so I started taking pictures of stuff. And I was like, I'm just going to make a Instagram just for my action figures, And so I started doing that, and I started seeing, some people doing specific stuff, like world building, like, Empire Toy Works, of course, and I ended up seeing Sky Bottom. I'm like, man, what are these guys doing? I was like, they're actually, like taking pictures of figures, like in like settings and building stuff, and I'm like, that's kind of cool, and I sort of started just doing that sort of same thing, and I'm kind of digging it.
No doubt. And are you like just doing like the painting and like the customs, or are you like, you said you kind of, had toys and stuff. Are you like a traditional collector too? Do you have your museum displays and stuff like that?
I will tell you, I had a bunch of stuff. Probably, I had all my Star Wars figures and stuff like thrown away by accident when I was a kid. Yeah, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, it all got thrown away by my grandpa by accident. And I would buy stuff, here, like I got into comics pretty much after um, toys. And so I started getting like action figures of like the Marvel stuff, Toy Biz and stuff like that. And then, the prequels came out. And so I kind of got back in Power of the Force, and I kind of got back into buying, Star Wars figures again, And so I don't really have any of that stuff pretty much from those days. I kind of got rid of it all because I'm like, it's toys. I'm not really going to, keep these forever or whatever. And so a few years ago, The Mandalorian came out, and so that sort of revigorated my love of Star Wars, and it's kind of like it was like a space western, and so I started buying Black Series figures and kind of got back into that whole thing, and I
And
eventually.
I've noticed like I don't want to interrupt you, but there's
No,
a
go
good
ahead.
place. Like what I like about your stuff is that you'll mash it up too sometimes. Like I think you reached out to me and you said that would be great for a cyborg like build or like an army build or something like that. And I was like, yeah, man,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's your
the
style.
the Power Ranger,
Yeah, like
the Dino.
that's like your brain sees stuff differently, and you're one of the people that I know that you know, a lot of us do it here and there, but like I see it more with what you're like. That's what I like about your stuff. Is because I'm like, oh, that works. Like I wouldn't even think about it.
I like, my thing is, I like aliens, I like droids, and I like troopers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if I can army build all three of those, into something, that's just kind of my, that's kind of what I kind of like robots, or and like stuff that's kind of uniform. And
Yeah.
so I do a lot of stuff like that, like popping an alien head off of somebody on Star Wars and putting it like on a trooper's body, or something
Yep.
like that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I know about that
I think
life.
too a lot with the I think with customizing too. I don't know if you guys would agree that when you get into it, I think you kind of start with kit bashing before you get right into like the painting and like the sculpting and stuff. Is that how you started, Zilla, or like
Did I start
like that's kind of
with
how I got into
painting,
it.
or you mean painting first, or I was doing props first, and
No, I mean
then
when you first get into it, when you first get into it, you're more kit bashing than painting and stuff.
yeah, I
Or
actually
did you
painted
just
first, probably. Yeah, I probably just painted something first. But with I like with 3 3/4 is you can customize anything, like anything. So, and I love the vehicles. If it
oh
wasn't for the vehicles, you know, I love the ships. I just bought a Silverado at the secondhand store today. I think it's 1/18 scale. It's close enough, and it was like $1.75, and it looks great. I'm like, I could throw some X-wing wings on it or something on the side of it, and it's gonna look awesome if I can find a space for it. I don't know.
well, the nice thing about 3 3/4 is I think we've got a bigger pool to kind of pull from. Like there's so many 3 3/4 lines that you can kind of pull into one, and that's I guess the benefit behind it. But I'm just going to take a minute here to say hi to some people in the chat. We've got Bjorn's here, of course. How's it going, man? Got Utah Don. Thanks for coming out.
Don.
We got our pal Starboy Station. He's out there. Hey, brother, what's up? Fatback's here.
Bad influence, Starboy.
Oh, and I think there's a question in the chat here for you, Josh. There you go, buddy.
Oh, what is it?
I think you got to do those. There's a question for you in the chat.
Dead man. But yeah, this was the Ford Raptor that I did, like with the X-wing wings and stuff.
Dude, that's cool.
That is awesome.
And then the legs are actually like photo stands.
Oh, okay.
So it could like rock climb if you wanted to, and then when you're in flight mode, they're supposed to stay up, but this one keeps falling. But yeah,
that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool. It's like a Chevy with like X-wings things on it. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I did a really cool shot of it where there's like smoke coming out of it, and the cable in the front actually works, like the tow cable. But yeah, it was for my friend Gorilla Custom. Yeah, actually, yeah. I actually found a little. Oh man, what are the little four-wheelers called? Today I found one for like 25 cents at the secondhand store. They're quads.
Terraxes?
I don't know. It was really cool though. But yeah, this is one of my favorites.
It's awesome.
So, but yeah, I want to do more of this soon.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, this scale is best to do vehicles and stuff like that, because it's just too. I mean, there's people that world build in the 6-inch, but it's like you just have less options as far as that goes.
Yeah,
man,
it takes up more space too.
Is a pain, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the 6-inch too, with the Marvel Legends. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. It's just it's like what Zilla said. It's like you just get like way more space. There's more to draw from. Like, yeah, it's probably just it's just
man, I want one of those those tank things I was showing you, the clone tank with the wheels. I want to get one of those. The what's it called?
With the 6 wheels.
Yes, dude.
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
get like 3 of them and just have them garaged underneath the world because I got some space where they would fit perfectly. I'm like, like they don't have to be complete. I don't care. Like, because I'm gonna put panels on them and make weird stuff happen. So, yeah, I've been looking. So maybe next paycheck might have to get something, maybe one, and we'll see. But
Yeah, Clone Wars that brought out a lot of good vehicles, man. You know.
mhm, it really did. A
Well,
lot of
well,
a
all
lot of
those.
different.
Oh, different, yeah, for sure. But there's
Sorry.
around Amazon right now, all the Lightyear stuff is like super cheap, like the big robots, like the Zergs and like the trucks and like those dome-headed robots. So like I went and
Yeah.
bought like a ton of that stuff. I'm gonna take the Zerg, those big 13, 14-inch Zerg, and like print out a Sentinel head and use them in my Marvel Legends setup, I think. So I'll rip the Zerg head off and put the Sentinel head on. It's like a perfect body, dude.
Dude, shut up. That's crazy. That's a great idea.
Yeah, well,
How
it's as
does
tall
the
as it's as tall as the universe one that's like really
I think
expensive.
10. Is it 10? 12? It's 10 or 12. 9, 10
Oh no, I
inches.
think it says 13.5 inches.
Oh. Oh,
Like that's
wow.
as tall as that. Yeah, that's as tall as that. What was it? The Days of Future Past set for Marvel Universe. It was a 3 3/4 Wolverine that came with that Sentinel.
Okay.
That pack. I think they're about that tall. So I've got one of those, so that'll fit in with you know, fit in with
Oh,
my
yeah,
other
man.
Sentinel. But I don't. Yeah, well, and at the time I passed on the HasLab Sentinel just because I wasn't all in on it, and I kind of feel that Sentinel's a little like it's cool that it's so huge, but to me it's like a bit out of proportion from what I kind of envision the size of a Sentinel to be. Like maybe
I
it's from
mean,
like the X-Men
I think
cartoon
I
in
think
the 90s. Like
I think you're just being picky now. I don't know.
yeah, I'm being too picky. I didn't bother with the Sentinel. I'm just like making excuses.
I know. I do it too, man. Because I didn't get the Razor Crest for something stupid. I don't remember. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
they'll be in the store. It won't be a
Oh, dude.
problem.
Yeah, I
Dumbest
didn't
thing.
No.
rest either. So I mean, I'm kind of like, I wasn't
So
collecting.
dumb.
I wasn't collecting then, really. I mean, not 375, inch, and so.
Yeah.
But I do kind of hate that I didn't get the Galactus because I know he's kind of big and everything, but man, I wish I would have pulled the trigger on that guy.
Hey, I have a question for you. What's the? Because I want to ask a question to Rad here in a bit, but what's the weirdest thing that you've made into something in your world? Like, because he does a cool segment where he'll show pictures of something that we talk about what we would do with it, type of thing. What's your thing that's like that you think like nobody else would have, or something that you think is really unique that you've used, like kind of like your junk, your good junk that you used? We gotta call it something.
As far as like an action figure or something, like an action figure goes.
Action figure or a piece that you have. I know you have like some walls built up and stuff like that. You
Um,
like what's something scrap that you use that's like unique to your setup?
well, well, I'll tell you this. I mean, it's it's probably something I use, but I use it in a bunch of different ways than what it normally came out. But um, I mean, and I didn't make it or anything, but the Joy Toy dioramas and stuff, the stations and all
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
So I got the mech station. I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's
yeah. I
pretty
have one.
right. It's pretty big, and so I basically took it apart and I used the doors and the floor kind of as a backdrop for like some of the photos I take, and I
I've
took like
noticed
the
that.
sides,
Okay.
and so I took like the
Yeah,
sides
yeah.
off of it and kind of broke it down, and I kind of just used those as like pieces of scenery, or like a a
backdrop.
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the pictures and stuff.
Okay.
That and I thought about getting another one of those or a couple more and kind of expanding on that to kind of because
they're great, and I was wondering if people would think that that'd be like cheating if I use them. I was like, man, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Like, I think it was cool for a Hall of Armor for Tony Stark. Like, that's a perfect like way to display stuff. And then I can put, like you said, in the big mech one, I can put the 3-0 Hulkbuster in there. So now I have a Hall of Armor and then a place to put Hulkbuster, and it's all uniform, like how Tony Stark would have. It would be nice and all the same. It's about the only thing in my world that's like that,
Yeah, could we make everything? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is just kind of almost perfect for that type. I mean, it's a mech. It's held for mechs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just put whatever big thing in there you want to put in there and call it a day.
Yeah, it's true. The mech thing. I know right now, like the non-artistic, he has a thing going where it's like man and machine or whatever, and it's like a challenge that he has going on his page. But he printed out the hit from Hidden Figures, that metal sign for me, and I had a Hulkbuster in there with some Joy Toy, and like the scaling, like a Marvel Legend. I think you've used what is it? It's from What If, the Buster.
Oh yeah, the
Hydra Buster.
Nazi Stomper or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hydra Stomper. Yeah.
The Hydra Stomper. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I've seen you use that before.
Did you see the guys? Oh yeah. Did you see the guys doing those but putting like G.I. Joe heads on them like they were mech suits?
Dude, yeah, I did. That's so dope. That's a great idea.
And when you mentioned the Hydra Stomper, I was like, oh, that is like such a multi-use, like army builder type figure. Like you could get them and paint them. And I think I did the same thing when the original Avatar movie came out. They had all those mech suits, and I grabbed a whole bunch of them, and I'm kind of glad I did, because now I want to do like a whole Legion and like paint them up and stuff like that. But there's been a lot of times where stuff goes on sale and you're like, yeah, I'll get it later. It's kind of like the Lightyear stuff. A lot of that stuff can be really like used for cool stuff.
Armadillos have like everybody's talking.
Oh my god, I have one. It's so cool. I got it. It was
are awesome.
It was on sale, and then I also got the drill, the crane looking thing. I got that for like $10 or something. It's huge. It's a giant. It's like a good size.
Yeah.
And the armadillo is sweet too. I'm going to repaint that. I'm going to use it for the Space Wolves, the Warhammer stuff. Yeah. I'm going to use it for their ship, and like I'm going to do like a mountain area, and like have like a bunch of like metal with rockage, and like it's just going to be awesome. I hope.
Also, those Hydra Stompers,
no, I'm sure it will be.
Have been like on sale for like $12 or something, like at Ross and places like that. So if you want to get like a couple more of them, that would probably be your best bet.
Dude, imagine painting them blue and like put them with your Warhammer stuff. How cool that would look. Oh, damn it. I wish I would have grabbed more.
Yeah.
I need to.
Those are pretty cool, I would say. I had it. I've basically put it up for a while because I got like one of the Joy Toy mechs. I got one of those. And it's pretty cool too. But I mean, you can do. The scale that 375. You can add a lot to that. To make things work. It's just easier. Sometimes it doesn't matter if things are a little bit bigger. You can as long as it fits for you. That's all that matters.
So I wanted to. Speaking of, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. Speaking of good,
Joy Toy,
damn
Joy Toy
it!
Max taught me.
We're lagging.
What? I know. I don't know what it is. I've got my bars like right up here. But no, Joy Toys taught me a valuable lesson about reading an ad, because I ordered one. I was like, oh, it's only $100, and I got it. And it was the 1/24 scale one. And I was like so bummed out it wasn't 1/18. I was like,
but it still works, right? The mech.
But those
I'll still use it for something.
Right?
Oh, yeah, and then I should have known by the price because it was like so cheap because they're normally like 200 and some bucks for me, like in Canada, anyways.
Well, I bought one of the mechs for Joy Toy, and it's 124. But honestly, I took out the seat,
Yeah,
and you can put a 4-inch figure in there, no problem. You know, and so
Yeah.
it's almost kind of like, you know, it's just a bigger kind of mech suit, you know, for you know, your army. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, they have a smaller one that you know is more, you know, 1/8 scale, and it's just like a guy in the suit or whatever. And the other
Yeah.
one, it's a little bit bigger. You know, it's probably like this tall, but it's still, I mean, it's still good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
no
so
doubt.
good junk.
Well, how about
I guess
we?
that's what
Oh,
start.
go ahead.
Wait, I want to do that. Hang on one second. I want to ask you something. I did this just for you. All right. So today, when I was thinking of you, Rad, I was like, this would be great for our segment, for your segment, for the segment that we'll call it good junk. But I got this thing today. It was like $2. All right. What could you do with that? It's like a
Ooh,
iPhone speaker thing.
Okay.
I'd make it
It's all
into like a movie
curved.
theater, like some.
Yeah. Movie screen, maybe.
You think so? I was thinking like, or like just what it is, right? Like paint it black
Oh,
with
big
some yellow
speaker.
stripes on it, and like a huge speaker, like in the city or something.
Yeah. There you
Like
go.
just a ginormous
Oh yeah,
freaking
yeah, yeah.
speaker. I know it's very simple, but I knew you would take it somewhere way different than what it actually would be. So that's why I wanted to. It's something weird and different. And I was like, for how much was it? 225. Yeah, 225. I mean, I got a bunch of
Yeah,
great
why
stuff.
not,
I
eh?
got a DVD player today, which had tons of stuff in it. So it's gonna be
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Are you gonna take it apart and like display it as like wall panels or something?
I was gonna do the so I kind of think tank kind of inspired me to do you know how he made that cool droid thing?
Um,
It's like green and he had like the
Oh
red
yeah,
light
yeah.
in it.
okay.
So I was thinking something like that
Oh
suspended from the ceiling,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I was gonna use a Folgers can, and it's an extended one, and then put like a paneling in there, like the controls out of the DVD player, like the microchips and stuff. Paint it all like gray or black inside of there, and then run lights in there with some silver, and it's gonna look like a space type of thing. You know what I mean? Like a, I don't know, like a piece of like a shuttle or something that they could be like suspended in, like lighted up inside. I think that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, for sure, man. All right.
Brad doesn't
Well, I've
like
got
it.
some pictures here. Do you want to? What? Oh, I love it, man.
But
It's great.
no, it's
I just
whatever.
want to. I
It
want to
was
get
good.
these pictures of some cool figures
I
here.
was gonna make two so we could be twins, but never mind, bro.
No doubt. Oh my god. So yeah. I'm gonna get to the pictures here. So we're gonna run through some pictures, and you can kind of give us the lowdown on some of these characters. I don't know, like, have you developed much lore for any of these guys, or is it just kind of like, here's a bunch of guys and they do stuff?
You know, I've got, I've kind of got like a rough outline of kind of what I want to do, with the world and stuff. And so, like, so, Yamato 6 is what I'm calling, you know, my world that the guys are on. It's not a station or outpost or anything like that because I don't, you know, I pretty much, I have to like do things a certain way, and so I don't want to like have anything permanent until like I sort of get it all figured out. And so I'm just kind of, you know, making this a journey. But
Dude, and that's like what I'm saying. Like some of the stuff I do outside, it's still Amrak's spot. Like
right, right,
it's still all in, this is all in a one world. Like
Yeah.
even my bench shots that I do, like that's still Amrek spot. Like you're
Yeah,
still in it.
yeah, because it's like, I came up, when I was wanting to take pictures, I came up with the, outer multiverse because I couldn't think of a good name for anything that I wanted to keep, permanently. And so I'm just like, look, I can take everything I want that I want to put in this world, and I'll just do that. You know what I'm saying? If I want to put Star Wars in here and Marvel and, whatever, Acid Rain, I'll do it. And if it works for me, that's how I'll make it work. And I'll just call
Hell
it,
yeah, man.
That. And so I decided, I'm gonna name the planet. It's what it is. It's just a planet, and it's Yamato 6, and it's going to just have a lot of different stuff. Eventually, locations. But for right now,
I want a logo so I can put it up in my world, man.
all right.
Like a little panel you could go to, enjoy your stay at, take this ship for, like, yeah.
But it's like
That'd
I
be
wanted
cool.
to kind of, make it to where I can, put anything in it that I want to. That's the beauty of it, right? It's like
Yep, exactly.
we don't have to like keep it just Star Wars or just whatever. I mean, you can do that, but I like to add a little bit more, of all the other stuff I got, because my hobbies don't just, include Star Wars. There's lots of other things that I find cool too. So,
Hell yeah, man.
I want to add those to the list. But yeah, basically some of the guys that I've made, I've kind of got like the Empire is like on the planet, and they used to be in control of it. And the people have sort of taken it back, and it's they're there. It's a presence there, but they don't control it like they did, and so it's kind of like, there's a couple different factions on the planet, and they're all trying to like get, I guess, take control of the planet pretty much.
Oh, there's like a power struggle.
Something I was like throwing around in my mind, like,
Yeah, because you want to have both good and evil. Like that's perfect, man. Like because you have favorites on both sides.
right, yeah. Because I love stormtroopers. You know what I'm saying, and trooper like characters, but most of the time they're bad. You know what I'm saying, but I do like the other side of it too. I want the rebels. The good guys. The people who are trying to not be pretty much controlled by the Empire and stuff like that. And so, and also, like I said, I'm trying to have a couple of different other factions to where it's not just the Empire. You know what I'm saying? There's like these other guys, this group of aliens or these group of, other people that, are also trying to hone in, on this world,
I like it, man.
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, man, that's awesome. So
I didn't know you had that much lore, man.
Like,
well,
yeah, no doubt.
What I thought about coming up with was like originally the planet was like an alien planet, and a couple of aliens landed there that were not of that planet, and they had technology, and they sort of gifted the planet technology, and the technology ended up creating a war on the planet, and it created a war between the people who had the technology versus the people who were wanting to get the technology, and it basically sucked the world into like a wormhole and popped it out of its own universe into a universe
Naturally
that it's in now that has like all the stuff I want to put in it, in it.
That's perfect, man.
But
what are those two figures out front? Like the sorry. What are those two figures out front? I love the leg armor and stuff like that.
So the gray guys are from Joy Toy, and I think they're of course. I think they're like a Shadow Enforcer or something like that. And they came out last year, and there was a green one that came out with them. There was another one that came out with it, and there were these two that they increased the price, but they had like more paint and stuff like that. And so I just popped the heads off and put like a couple of the Star Wars heads on them because I kind of think they fit, you know. And that's what I'll do. I mean, I like those guys, and so, but I don't, it's like I don't really buy a whole lot of Joy Toy figures, but if I see one that I think that'll like fit like the space sci-fi, world that I'm trying to, to build, I'll get them, And these guys, I thought they were like perfect for that. Even if they had their helmets on, they would be okay. But I wanted to, I do a lot of like trial and error stuff where I'll like pop heads off and put them on figures just to see what they'll look like. And some are hits and some are misses, But if I'm taking pictures of them, it's because I like them and I think that they're kind of cool, for my opinion.
Yeah, man, I like your process.
And you do like a lot of really cool, like, yeah, no doubt. But I love and that's kind of when I first saw your stuff on Instagram. I was like just checking out the shots, and then I kind of realized there was a little bit more behind it. But yeah, like I love your shots. Like we've got another character one here.
Thank you.
But even let me try and find like a shot like this. Like this is great. Dude. I love this.
Thank you. Thank you. When I first started, I had these. I didn't really know what I was doing, and so and I still don't sometimes. But it's like I've kind of like focused on.
I have no clue either, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's I pretty much I've been winging it my whole life, right? So why stop now? But it's like I just kind of like the way some figures look, and for me, I don't really have a camera that can like focus on like the whole like 1 or 2 foot of the view of the camera. So I kind of like to get kind of closer shots with most of my stuff because to me it's like I'm kind of like wanting to focus on those characters anyway, and so it's kind of like, hey, it's a snapshot of these guys. And so and one of the things it's since I don't really have like a permanent like station, like I've got some stuff built up that I'll take pictures of, but I do a lot of changing stuff around, a lot because I don't want to keep taking the same picture over and over, and I've kind of found that I want to have like some setups that are permanent, and then I want to have some that, or for me basically taking pictures, in like different sort of settings, and I can change it up however I want to,
Yeah.
It's like a lot of smoke and mirrors with my.
Well, and especially
it works.
Yeah, especially too if you're taking those real tight shots. Like it's different if you take like even you can see my background right now. Like it's if you were to take a tighter shot, it would look better. Right now, it just looks like a big world just kind of stuck against the back wall. But that's the nice thing about the smaller worlds too. You can have those nice little tight shots and pull it off.
I mean, you guys both have great setups. I mean, I love both those things, and I want to get something. I want to set up something like that at some point in time. I'm just trying to, sort of find my way as far as like what's the setup that I want to have, and I mean, it's going to take time, but I'm just kind of like, I'm taking my time with it,
If I could hire someone to make my world, because I don't really want to. I hate doing all this. Like I like setting it up, decorating it, making it look pretty. Like I like griming it up, like and adding my own touches to it, designing it, but actually doing the work, like the cutting and the this and the that and the I hate it. So if I could hire somebody, it would be Starboy. Like I'd be like, hey bro, like if I was like a millionaire, I just want one room done, $1 million, bro. Just set me up with your lighting that you do, and set me up shops, and I'll just help out with design, but I want your head, your mind, just to build it, and I want to decorate it and shoot pictures.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot of the guys that I'm in the in the group with. They have setups and stuff, and it's great. I think it's awesome what everybody's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to have like a certain setup. You can do whatever you want to, because it's your world that you want to build. You know what I'm saying? And I love that there's like, more and more people that are like doing this now, and
Yeah.
I love seeing it, because it's like, 2 years ago, I was just taking pictures of a couple dudes standing, up, on this little purple, background I had for Transformers, and so now it's like, I've kind of painted some stuff and made some stuff, but it's like you don't really have to spend any money. I mean, not like serious money, but it's like you can like make stuff that's pretty cheap. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of throw some walls together and stuff like that. You know, and it works.
Starboy. Yeah, speaking of Starboy, we did our trade, and Amrakians landed safely in Starboy Station, and in my world, I got in that awesome statue and the 2 barrels that he did, and real simple, I unloaded the candy that he left in one of them. It's very easy, man. You can pop the bottoms right off. You can even do it with your mouth, like pop, and then you dump out. Anyway, but yeah, he sent me some. He did a really great job with everything he sent me. And once I get finished with Barbados over here, I'm going
Oh,
to have a
yeah.
shot with that. So
Yeah.
yes, hell yeah,
He said I got one of the
Yeah.
variants. It's like a bronze one, and
yeah. We all got different. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I got to give him something. He's like, man, it's like, I said, I'll make a figure and send to you. I was like, let me figure out a good one because that's awesome right there.
Yeah, I got some stuff I'm gonna be sending over to Rad up here, and it's gonna be cool. We're gonna do something from Edelheim, and then I'm gonna send him some Amrakian peoples. So
Yeah,
I
just
love making up like
Yeah.
just weird customs, like
Yeah, I just started following him like I guess maybe a week ago or something.
Yeah, and he's killing it because he's already building more. And like with his world, like the thing that I like is that it's Edelham, which is like not Stone Age, but back in like Vitruvian hack times. And then the other world came when like the cyber type world came and just surrounded it. Like it's crazy. So I
Yeah.
think that's a cool like how you guys all have like different lores like that. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I like, I like the fact that you have your Marvel figures, in there with your stuff too, man.
Yeah.
Like the Ant-Man on the sign, Hank
Yeah.
was kind of still in there, that's like awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Ant-Man's one of my favorite, and like nobody knows it, but he like I got a poster on the wall in the living room. Like I have like weird, different little figures of him, like
But-
kind of expensive, like tiny figures, and like is one of my favorite. And I was like, how can I incorporate him? Well, I have the 3 3/4 one. He can hang out like kind of near where the
Right.
Hall of Armor is, but like up a little bit. So I have him right next to the big one. And I also have another big one where I want him like holding something somewhere else, or because there's two different big ones. There's one with like different shoes. So
All
one
right.
was a build a figure, and then one wasn't a build a
Yeah.
figure. So
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to have
yeah.
both. I'm weird. Like, and I also have a figure arts Ant Man. Like I'm weird about Ant Man. But
So do
yeah,
you-
it's Iron Man, Ant Man, and Batman are like my top 3.
So do you have
No,
like the newest Ant-Man that came out?
I
Marvel-
do not. No, I was gonna wait and see if Figure Arts was gonna put one out.
Gotcha.
So just because it's better for me for
Oh.
Ant Man, he just scales with like where I would put him. It would
Right.
scale better.
Yeah.
So like a legend, I think the only legend MCU figure I have is Deadpool and the newest Captain America. So because he has a cool wings and stuff.
Yeah, I
and
don't do
was
like-
man.
Yeah.
But they're not in the Amrex spot. Those ones aren't. But those are
Right,
just
right.
my collection.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, I didn't to answer Starboy here. No, I haven't got mine yet, but I live out in like the middle of like nowhere. So
Ice.
yeah. it
He
could
lives
be a
on the
couple
north
more
wall,
days.
on the wall.
But I also haven't checked.
Winter is coming.
I do, man.
Winter is
I live
coming.
in I'm like 3 blocks south of Narnia, I swear to God.
Dude,
But,
and you're
no,
farther up
definitely,
than
but
I
haven't-
am.
I didn't check the mail today. You are, yeah.
Okay.
But no, I didn't even. I actually haven't checked my mail yet today. I got so busy when I was getting home. I had my first malfunction with my 3D printer. I had to unclog the nozzle, so I was like all obsessed with getting it going. I was like, no, I need to make more of these things for Whitezilla that I'm sending you tomorrow. So yeah,
Hell
I'm
yeah,
like,
man.
I
I
got like,
appreciate it, man.
I've got a package here for like, I've got one sitting here for you, one for Fatback, one for like Sky Bottom, and like 2 other people I can't remember. So like tomorrow at the post office is going to be like $150 in shipping, I'm sure.
Jesus, man. It's crazy. I told you, let me know
But
if you need anything, bro.
What's that? Oh yeah,
So let me know if you need
I'll send you
anything,
all
man.
sorts of cool shit. No, you're all good, man. I got you covered.
You're crazy.
But getting back to what you were talking about when you were gonna like saying you're kind of working up to building a world, but I like this like little like I don't know, is it like a droid shop or something like that?
Yeah, it's like it's like a robotics. It's not. I mean, it's kind of like a droid shop / robotics sort of lab. I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's where I saw the floor. That's
Yeah, it's a joy toy. It's a joy toy. You know, thing. You know, and so I'm thinking about.
It reminds me of Kylo's Kylo throne room or whatever. Remember that floor for Black Series?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it works perfect.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like if I got a few more of these, I could like stretch them out and build like a bigger one and kind of do more with it. And so that's what I'm kind of thinking about doing, because like I said, it's it's a pretty decent set, and it's only like $60 or it was the $60, but it's it can be used somewhere, and so I'm kind of wanting to have like that's kind of my area to where it's like a place where people are like working inside or something, building stuff, so I can like have some people in there with droids and stuff, and potentially mechs at some point when I get a few more of them.
Right. Yeah.
No, that's that Joy Toy stuff, like it's killer. I just got like the mech depot. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, it's a killer set.
I think I'm gonna paint.
You're talking about your backgrounds and stuff like. Oh, what was that, dude? No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna use for my back cave I'm gonna paint the Joy Toy one like some purples and blues and black and stuff. So look forward to that.
Well, I think.
I mean, because you can paint the Joy Toy any color you want. You know what I'm saying, to kind of make it match whatever you're
I know. I thought of that now after I've already implemented it twice into my world in 2 different spots. And I'm like, well, I'm not pulling that shit back out. Like I have it like screwed in there and stuff. So those are staying Joy Toy colors. So you know what? Represent Joy Toy too.
That's right. They're doing their job.
Yeah. Give them credit. Even though those things suck to put together, I feel like a damn child. I'm like, my finger. I have huge paws, bro. It's like,
like you don't know if you're getting all the pieces or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I
have extras, man. I've implemented them in different spots in the world, man. They work out great.
I don't think I got all the pieces for mine, and so I just kind of like, okay, this wall is getting 4, this wall is getting 2, and it just got to work,
Yep. And then, dude, actually, I've taken the tower and put it next to one of the mech things, not the big mech one, but one of them.
Yeah.
Might have been like the meeting one or something, but I put it. That's how I made my Hall of Armor. As I put the tower in it, like it connected with the stairs and everything.
Right.
Like they line up. You can like interchange them all. So
yeah.
It added some depth to everything.
Yeah. The thing I like about them is you don't have to build them for their as their instructions. You can build it however you want to for yourself.
I would build it their way first, and then do whatever you want from there. Right. That's what I would do. Because I've done it the other way, and it's not the same. I'm like, oh wait, shit, yeah. But yeah, some of them are nuts. But I do love their like depots and stuff, and they're like you said, really well priced.
They are. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, to me, I think that's a fair price. $60 for something like that, especially when you're paying, $45 or $50 for some of the figures. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's
And some of the accessories, like the little tables and like the chairs, that looks great for pictures and stuff, man. Like I have like 3 cool computers that they sent,
Yeah.
like with one of them, and really great.
well, the one that I got is just the Mech Depot, so it doesn't come with like any, you know,
It's so
accessories.
big, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
just kind
big.
of big. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you
It
know,
holds my 3-0 Hulk Buster, which is
yeah.
like so damn big.
Yeah, so you know, when I was starting out taking pictures on Instagram, after I got this thing, you know, I started putting like, you know, my Transformers and 6-inch figures, and there probably wasn't too many figures I could put in there where you know you wouldn't see, you know, the top of the figure out, you know, over the thing. It was like, oh, it was a pretty good backdrop for that, you know. So if you look at like a lot of my older pictures, there's like that thing is in the backdrop like almost all the time for those
Yeah,
pictures.
that's cool though.
But it's like
Yeah, that
it's
is
really worth it,
pretty
you know,
sweet.
especially if you can use it for your world to do whatever you want to. I mean, it's you know, it's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, no brainer for me. I know some people might think
No
it's cheating,
brainer.
but it's not for me. I don't give a shit. So
I
no
don't think,
rules here.
yeah, it's like there's no rules, man. It's like just do what you want to do to have fun, you know. It's like you
Oh,
know,
some people probably have rules, man. There's probably like a order out there that we don't know about. Like
well,
they meet in their like capes and stuff. Like
I'm definitely off that
Oh,
order then,
fuck.
because if they look at my stuff, they won't, you know, they'll be like, what is this guy? You know.
they're gonna infiltrate us all. They're gonna take us all over. I'll probably be one of the first. Like, you guys are so cool. No, but anyway,
But yeah, and you
speaking of,
also got.
there we
I
go.
love how you use. Oh, yeah.
So
Look
I
at that
like
handsome fella up front there.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I like Snaggletooth, you know, the Zutton figure. I bought like 9 or 10 of them last year. They were like $6 or $7 on Amazon, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just make a world of Snaggletooth figures, you know. And so I've painted a few of them, and that one right there is basically on the Mandalorian's Cooley or whatever his name. He's on like
Oh,
that body
Quill,
there with
Quill.
a Jawa
The
off-world
Quill?
Jawa outfit on him, and you know,
Oh
I think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like
Okay.
some, you know, he's like a
Nick
part of
Nolte. Damn it.
he's part of a
Oh yeah, it is Nick Nolte. Yeah.
bad guy. Yeah, that guy. So
Oh
you know,
yeah. Bjorn's got it here. He knows this. That's
I
how
know
you
how to
spell
spell it, man. I just don't know how to say it. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, I don't know how you say the guy's
I
name.
think it's Quill or
Yeah, maybe
Quill.
that's it. Maybe that's it. The guy who says I've
Quill.
spoken. Yeah. But
Oh yeah.
that's a great that body though is really good for like smaller figures, and if you can
Ninja
find
spell.
stuff to, you know, to replace the heads and stuff, and if you paint the body or just cover it with like a Jawa outfit or something, I mean, it works, you know, for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that like the armored.
Oh,
But
the
I love
alien
that
with
armored,
green head.
the armored Din Djarin. Yeah. I love that body. When I saw them on sale at Toys R Us, so I grabbed a bunch of them, and I'm gonna make them into a squad of something. But and that
Yeah.
Lando too. Like, what is that? A Joy Toy body?
It's Eagle Force. Major Draconis
Okay.
is the guy, and I'm gonna tell you something. Eagle Force, man, is awesome. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. They're about $26 a figure, and it's more kind.
Yeah, dude.
Huh?
I have seen their stuff. Yeah.
It's like they're
They have
like
the bearded
$26,
guy.
and it's like they the accessories that come with them. It's just like unbelievable. Like the red guy with the Lando head, it's Major Draconis or something like that. And so he came with 4 heads and like six sets of hands. Or
Will you
something
send me a link after this just so I have it, man? Because
Sure.
I'll forget.
Yeah, 'cause, like
For sure.
that body right there is like awesome. You know, you can make like space guys with that. You know, he comes
Hell
with a
yeah.
robot head as well, and so that is Beta Ray Bob is the guy who like turned me on to the Eagle Force guys. He's like,
Okay.
they're kind of army, like GI Joe, but some of them fit like what I'm trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? Like the world. And so that one right there is he's pretty good. I've got like 2 or 3 of those guys, and I love like the little robot head that comes with them because I've like put it on, different other bodies.
Now, where are they at in this shot?
Where?
Yeah.
Oh well,
Like,
right
what's
here.
the setup here? Like, what's the scene?
Yeah. Well, right here, I just set them up just so I could take a few pictures of them. But it's like most of the time, they're gonna be walking around like Yamato 6 is kind of it's basically a Tatooine esque type.
So this is like a
world.
street shot then?
Yeah, well, this one I just sort of set them up and took a picture of them just so you guys could like see the different customs and stuff that I was making.
Okay.
But it's like I've got like 4 like areas where I take pictures and stuff, and so I sort of have like a street area, and then I sort of have like some areas that look like they might be like down an alleyway or something next to some buildings, and so I just kind of try to get different shots when I'm setting the figures up because I'm just like I said I'm just trying to make some cool customs and take some cool pics with these figures.
Oh yeah, man.
I got
Sure
to strike
enough.
while they're
And then
it's
yeah, for sure.
kind of since the man, like I said, the Mandalorian is like super like pump me up as far as like getting back into Star Wars and kind of and how they're on different worlds at times. I kind of want to emulate that to a certain point.
Yeah. That's
And
mine's kind of like
did it
that.
for
Mine's
me
like
too.
yeah.
Especially the Mandalorian. Oh
Yeah, for sure. I think like
The
I'm thinking
Mandalorian.
like
But
what about like the Death Watch and the space wolves from Warhammer? What if they were together, like in my world, like living in the mountain type area, like mountain and metal, and you know what I mean?
You talking about like the Space Marines?
Yeah. They're the space wolf, the wolves ones though.
Yeah.
Like I just have those particular ones. That's the only ones I have. I don't have a lot. But I was gonna do like something with them, and then also with like the Death Watch or whatever, like those guys. So I think it would be cool.
Yeah, I mean the Joy Toy, they're a little bit bigger, but I mean you can still make it work. You know what I'm saying? You're just saying they're armor or something like that,
Yeah. But I mean they'll be like in the same area but not like necessarily next to each other, but in the same area because I have Mando's Ironworks. If anyone wants a sticker for that business, let me know. I'll send it to you. My chair is going down. So I do have Mando Ironworks, but it's only like there's only about 3 inches, so I can't put like 20 characters in that area. So so it's like him and the armor are the only ones that are there handing out the armor and the metal and stuff. So
yeah, that's cool. Just make a bigger area,
Yep, that's what that's what I'm thinking. But I think their colors would work well together. The blues.
Yeah, those blues do match. I think for the Space Wolves.
Pretty close, yeah.
It's like gray and kind of like that light. Well, not really light blue, but it's
like the light Hawaiian, yeah.
Right. But, that can work, man. That's what.
Speaking of,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, speaking of businesses, the Barbados stuff I've seen out there in people's worlds and stations. We also have our beer one. I don't think I put it up yet. The logo for the beer. That's the main beer, like Budweiser or Bud Light, whatever. And then we're gonna have other ones inside of that. We do have one that was sent to us from, I believe, I always mess up his name, but I play with 3.75. I believe I might be off by the wording, but he sent in
Oh,
his
yeah, I know
idea.
who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, on Instagram. If he should be in the chat. He hasn't seen it yet.
So this will be one of our brands of beer that we're gonna send out to people. And
yep, he has not seen the logo yet.
Logo.
So Chewy's Brewies. That was his idea. He wanted the name,
Chewy
so I made up a logo.
That's awesome.
So that is the first beer from the beer company.
The beer. Nice.
So that's the first.
The beer, yeah.
And that's the only logo. People can change it if they want to match the world. Do whatever you want to it. But I'll put it up tonight or tomorrow. Then people can grab it off IG or however they want. I can send it to people too. Same with Barbados. Any of the signage I have in Amrak spot, any of that stuff. So that's, and also, did you grab any of the other thing I was talking about? The pinups that we're going to be doing?
No, you caught me slipping, man. I totally did not get those ready for the show.
So we're going to do like these
next
pinup.
Friday. You'll have to tune in next Friday to see that.
What? I want to put okay, fine. Well, I'll put out one maybe this week.
No, you can talk about them, but I'll show them.
All right, so we're gonna be doing yeah, we're gonna be doing a pinup thing. I'll when I put them up on my thing, I'll share it with Rad so we can combine the post or whatever. So I'm taking my toy shots that I put through AI. And then I edited up to make them work, to make them look like pinup type shots. And then the name of the magazine or the pinup, and then there's like a logo on every single one is the same logo front cover. And I don't know if I want to say the name. It's fucking ridiculous. Squirty Beavers is the name of the pinup. So it's so stupid. So anyway, that's the adult mag that we're putting out for the world makers over here. So woo, that's our thing.
Well, nice. Timbo
but
loves it, so that's cool.
It's fun because it's toy related because it's my toy shots. And I'm putting them through my AI, which are on some of them make it to my Steak Paul IG account, which is my digital account. So where I take my toy stuff and make it mix it with AI, edit it up, make it look nice. Just some different concepts and cool ideas. But yeah, so some of them come out to be pretty cool. And I'm like, oh, this could look like a thing. So it'll be like women wearing helmets and stuff like that. So they're fun. Maybe I'll post one up tonight or tomorrow too, and then share it over with Rad. So
nice.
Yeah, I think that's the name. Isn't that the name of it? I'm pretty sure that's the name. I wish Eddie was here. He knows it. I've typed it out a million times, but I'm not. I've worked in the sun all day, so I'm tired. So
I like the Jawa signs.
Oh yeah, Jawa Power. Yeah, the energy drink. Yes, and I'm finished with Jawa. Yeah, I'm finished with Jawa Tower, which is a tower where the Jawas are going to be living, which is hooked to Barbados. So they're not only going to live next to Barbados, but they're going to be like running Barbados. So like the kitchen, the bar, the VIP area. So yeah, the Jawa's going to be working here on Amrak, New Amrak. I think I'm going to call it New Amrak. Who knows?
Dude.
But.
Dude, that Jawa tower thing you built is awesome. I can't wait for you to
I haven't shown anyone yet, but I know once I'm done, dude, I should be done tomorrow. So yeah, I should be done tomorrow with the VIPs. I already have everything built. I'm just painting it right now, and I kind of took some inspiration from Starboy with the lights behind. I just didn't do it how he did it. I kind of did it wrong, but now I know how to do it better. Not like how as good as him, but I can do it better than what I've done on this particular one. But I did a certain way because I wanted I have like the Death Star wall, and I wanted it lit up all the way through so you can see the lines, kind of, which I don't love. But Rad's seen it and he liked it. But there's going to be a couple of TIE fighters, Darth Vader's TIE fighters, because it's Barbados above it, so it's all Vader shit. Like, kind of. It's Vader and Amrak all intertwined. It's crazy, man. I'm almost done, so I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to show it off.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, thanks. It's gonna be awesome.
We'll have to feed. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, so we're going on the hour here, but it was like awesome to have
sorry.
you on Outer Multiverse. Yeah. Yeah, but do you want to tell people where they can find your just find you in general, like your Instagram and stuff? Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just outer, I guess, underscore multiverse. I'm on Instagram only right now. Potentially thinking about, making, I don't know, doing some YouTube stuff at some point in time, just to kind of talk about some of the stuff that,
Do it, man. Even if you start it with like shorts, man, just start doing it just to have it there. Like you can take your reels from IG and just toss them on YouTube. Like you don't even got to be talking yet. And then when you want to start talking and doing stuff, just don't even like you could do like Rad sometimes doesn't even show his face. He's like, this is what I got. Do.
Right.
Like you don't even, and then once you get more comfortable, however, I mean, you're fine right now, so I'm sure you'll be comfortable. Just for me, dude, my intros, dude, I've done like 600 videos and through 3 YouTubes. I know it's my 3rd one that I have now, but my intros, I'll be like, hey, welcome back to the Wednesday reboot. Oh shit. And then I'll be like, man, I messed up. Like, hey guys, welcome back. I don't know how to hype it. Like,
right,
so
right.
I still cut like 3 or 4 intros. I'm like, man, but yeah, it's fun, man. It is fun to do.
Yeah, I kind of.
And you can talk about your lore, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've kind of just been thinking about doing, and it's like everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why don't I, throw my hat in the ring and, talk about some of the stuff that, I like to talk about too. And I'd like to talk to other people and give my opinion and their opinions about stuff just because, I think it would be cool,
Dude, and it would be cool if like, all right, so sorry, just an idea. So, and I know we're going over on time. So if you had like an intro and then your intro could be like me going, dude, what I like about outer multiverse is that he has this scale and this scale, and then it could go to Rad saying outer multiverse, what's up, bro? Like, you could have like everyone who in the community do like a 15-second like reel or like intro. That'd be cool,
right?
Like something like that. That'd be fun. I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like up for whatever,
Hell yeah, man.
Right on. Well, yeah, so I guess that's our hour, and it was awesome having you on tonight. And yeah, so check them out on Instagram. I'm definitely looking forward to like kind of seeing where your like world develops in your lore, because I like hearing about people's lore as much as I like checking out their customs. But yeah, thanks for everybody that came out to the chat tonight. Thanks for joining myself and Wentzilla. And we will see you next Friday night, and I will try to be more prepared. And that's where we'll go.
Oh, you're good, man. Episode number 1 done.
Evening.
We made it.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.